Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Unofficial. Last time we made this awesome refinery, we did set up this steam apparatus to be able to constantly power it for essentially free, just a bunch of materials to start it up. This time, we're going to use the other light fuel setup that we've made to to distill our oil into light fuel, and then sulfuric light fuel into actual light fuel. This is stopped working again. It was literally just working. No, we want that there. It was screwdriver. Screwdriver. That one. No? Oh, crap. That's why. So, I think what we want to do, then, if that is the case, this needs to be, I wonder if I can get a machine filter. Can you electrolyze light fuel? Probably not. Light fuel. You cannot electrolyze it. So I do have a couple of these special filters that I made last time. Gotta find them though. Maybe this chest. Made a smart filter somewhere. Totally forgot what they looked like for a second, so I was looking for the wrong kind of item. Right there. So I should be able to go plop this in the filter for the electrolyzer. Or actually, let's go ahead and plop it in this one. Fluid filter. Oh, can you not? Is there a smart item filter? Nope. Fluid filter. So I guess I just gotta go grab that fluid filter. So we're gonna have to set that up in a second to hopefully only input and output. Fluid filter. Go ahead and hold on to that. Plop that in there for later. But we're going to basically use the setup that we've made, which I've gone ahead and auto-piped it just using some wooden pipes since I can use those. And I had a bunch of them. So it auto-pipes to fill this barrel. And this barrel is basically our backlog for power to generate to continue powering this setup. And then over here, we've decided to branch it off so we can start making our ethylene and... what's the other one? Go ahead and place this fresh drum out over here. Do you want all of the auto outputs enabled really quick? Alright, but to go ahead and make our ethylene and then into polyethylene after that. So we're going to crack this into, I guess we don't want this auto output stuff right away. But we need to get some severely cracked steam light fuel. To do that, we need to put some of the light fuel in a basic chemical reactor, and I've gone ahead and put ourselves a high pressure steam boiler, solar one right behind. Since it's right next and auto outputs on all sides except for the top and bottom, I went ahead and set it close enough so it will do that. And then the only thing we got to do is we got to put a programmed circuit of 10 in there. Leave? That's not working. Let's check this again. So to get ourselves some, we want severely cracked, because that's going to give us the most yield. This one was a 3, so I don't remember which one that was that needs the 10. But with the 3 here, we'll go ahead and process. It looks like it takes 12 seconds here. I am going to probably have to do something with moving this slightly back to be able to fully power all of the machines at once, since we have now 5 machines that are going to be going at a time. So although I guess these two like take forever in between. But there is one full bucket. We can go ahead and take that out. That'll complete our quest here. It does say there are many ways to make ethylene. It is easy to get lost in the options of recipes. The best way is to make steam cracked light fuel with a chemical reactor. Be sure to make severely cracked version for a higher yield of ethylene. So not only actually does it make higher yield of ethylene, it also gives you a higher yield of the cracked light fuel. Once in the HVH, you'll have the option of using a cracking unit for 100% efficiency instead of 50%. From there, we need to go ahead and make our ethylene. There are many ways to obtain it. This one, ethylene is used in polymer production and is useful for a few other reactions. So if I go ahead and dump that in here and insert circuit, I think this one should be 10. We should get ourselves a decent amount of ethylene from that. Yeah, looks like we got 250 ethylene. We got some carbon dust. So I'm going to probably want to avoid the carbon dust here, because that's just going to kind of be a big old in the way kind of deal. In other mod packs, you could probably get away with not voiding that, or not get away with it. You would probably want to not void that and throw it out into another machine. But we're going to go ahead and get up to a full bucket's worth here, so we can pull that out and finish that quest. Because you do need a full bucket to accomplish the quest. But yeah, once we get that, we're going to be able to make ourselves some polyethylene. Alright, and there we go. Got ourselves our ethylene. And then to make the polyethylene, you are going to need oxygen. For now, I've just gone ahead and grabbed a barrel, and I've grabbed it out of my big tank over there. And if I go ahead and put that in there, and I put circuit number 1 in there, it'll take... Oh. I'll make sure that's right. Yep, there we go, polyethylene. Alright, now we just go ahead and put that circuit back in there. We can auto output this thing now. And that'll keep making us a polyethylene, and we'll just go ahead and auto output it straight into this barrel, just so we can keep the process going. So that's going to work out really well. To finish this quest, it wants us to make a full sheet. So I believe if I go ahead and grab out what I can in one of these, take it over to the fluid solidifier. Do have to go sleep again, keep all of our machines running here. If I go put it in my fluid solidifier, right, let's go ahead and look at that. Yeah, so a fluid solidifier with the plate mold will give us 1 plate. Plate mold there. And plop that in, and we should start getting our plates. And there we go, that should finish that quest, and now we get the choice of either an ethanol aluminum cell or a light fuel. I'm going to go ahead and grab the light fuel, because we already are into that, but the most important part about that one that's going to make it the most nice is the cell itself. So now with that, we can actually start making super tanks, which is something I've been looking forward to being able to do, because you do have to make these large polyethylene fluid pipes. The only way to do it is to use polyethylene bars in an extruder. So with these 6 plates, I really don't... Oh. I guess that's what we need for our next tiers of machines. So we'll go ahead and put those in a less cluttered chest just so I can... Oh, no, I will not see those whatsoever. Well, we're going to go ahead and grab this, and we will replace this mold with an ingot mold, because we're going to be needing to put those in there. Because I do want to start making some of these super tanks, because they're going to be very useful for holding lots of stuff. I have even whipped up a ton of processors. Grab out this glass so we can get some... So actually what I might do, I'm going to be making a bunch more of the transistor stuff. Because that's the last thing I need to be making even more circuits. If I can find which chest I put my circuits in. Maybe it's this one. The one I've been looking at this entire time. Nope. Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and grab out all this glass and dump it in there. Be making some more electron tubes. I swear it couldn't have been that far. Well, that finishes up that little part of that really quick. So I did want to come over and check off. I think left click, right click. Nope. Boom, boom. All right. So we've gotten both of those done. And then it does look like we were going to make the saw today. Although I'm thinking making some transistors might be better. But it looks like those aren't going to be as useful as I was hoping they would be. I mean, they kind of are, but we need to get into making other things for those to be a little bit more useful. So I do think we will go ahead and look at making the cutting machine. As I say that, I realize I actually don't think I have enough aluminum to do that right now. Got 9 pieces in there. Yeah, we kind of are a little bit running low on aluminum because I've been working on upping my steel again, because just a second ago this was at like 2. So maybe longer than a second ago, but I was getting pretty low. So that was the only issue we kept having. So with that, I think aluminum. Yeah, see, this is the problem that we're going to run into, is that we're going to need some more aluminum for everything here. And aluminum is kind of where I was lacking, trying to get other stuff set up. Because this one I'm going to just need 8 for, because I can do this recipe now, which is wonderful. So it just takes ourselves 8 to make the machine casing. And then once we got that, we can use that with the polyethylene to make ourselves a machine hole with just some wire. But then once we get into the saw, we gotta make a vanadium steel blade. So I don't have all of my vanadium steel cooked up, I don't think. Oh, I do. I do have enough vanadium steel cooked up, apparently. So I got enough of the steel cooked up. But making this, I need 2 there. And then I think, what was the other one? Piston? Oh, no, just a conveyor. So I need a total of 3. So we could probably do that. Just got to get some... Let me see how many we got. 1, 2, 3. Do 4, I guess. 4 blocks of charcoal. Plop those on in here. And at the same time, I'll go ahead and unleash the creosote to kind of help stave off a little bit of using all the charcoal here. And then this should be using my nitrogen and just trying to chunk away through just working its way into getting more energy. As soon as this... Oh, that's not good. That's not supposed to be at 100%. No wonder it was chewing through food so fast. Somehow I reset it. That should, yep, we're going to get started on some of that. I will go ahead and get a couple of these things ready, although we got to go mining. So I will be back in a second. I don't think I have to go mining just yet. I think I should. Should totally have some tetrahedrite. I really need the rest of this stuff. Antimonium and zinc, kind of. I'm gonna go ahead and just smelt it though. I'll get more here in the future. Been slowly smelting up coal rather than using the ore process method for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, I don't want to go through all of that with all the coal I keep grabbing. And number 2, you do end up getting experience, and I've been trying to get to level 30 so I can do a level 30 enchant on one of my drills. So we'll go ahead and smell up this tetrahedrite. I will get most of these parts ready. I'll come back to you once I've got vanadium steel saw blade ready to be made. The 3 parts I'll make on camera are the motors, the vanadium steel blades, and the conveyor module. So I'll be right back. Back grabbing the last couple of things to get going with this. So now if I go ahead and check that, we can make 3 of these motors here. We've got 1, 2, and 3. Plus, I do actually have to make 2 more of these copper cables. Because our conveyor belt I think conveyor belt only requires 1. But that means I'm not going to have enough for what I was doing. I do need to grab out a cell again. Grab this. Toss them in there. Grab out 2 of these. So coat the wires. I'll just go ahead and grab this one out because that's the only one I need for now. Grab our rubber plates, rubber sheets, and then from here we use that. We can go ahead and make ourselves a conveyor belt. That. Now we just got to make our saw blade here. Does look like we need a bunch of other machines, so let's go ahead and go back to our crafting bench, which is still over here. Can't tell, I've been doing that way too much. So let's look up the saw blade. Just need to put that in there with my wrench. It's gonna break the wrench, and I'm gonna have to make another one here in a little bit. That gets us the saw blade. I think that's everything for the sawmill, right? Saw blade. We need the 2 circuits and a piece of glass. Which I got all of that over here. Got ourselves 2 good circuits and a piece of glass. Should totally be all of it. Just go ahead and go right. Advanced cutting machine. There we go. Take a quick nap, make sure everything keeps functioning. Then I will have to show you what happened while I was gone. I had already placed some fluid filters on some stuff, but it seems that the fluid filters weren't enough. In fact, I might have to place another fluid filter over here. So just in case I do, I'm going to grab extra of that, but we need to pop. This is the easiest way I found to do this. Pop that there. Pop that there. Should start pumping again properly. I do want to go grab... I want to say I made 2 fluid filters when I made them. But I could be wrong, so let's go ahead and make another one. I should have this antimonium. One of those. Should have some zinc around here. Zinc foil. I only got 4 of them. I need 4 more, so let's go see if I can find some zinc dust in here. No, let's do this. Zinc. There we go. I only have to smelt up 1 of these. Get rid of that. Take that, go. Boom. And 1 more time. Down into my zinc foil plates. Run over to this crafting table over here. And that should be another fluid filter. Now, I believe I can just slap it on the side there, because that's the auto output side, and I should be able to grab my screwdriver out, configure it, and do that one. There we go. So now that should no longer ever pump out the wrong fluid. There we go. That works. Awesome. So now that that's set up with this saw, I'm going to go ahead and come plop it down over here. We are going to need some water, so I do need to go grab a bucket or 2. 4 seems good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Okay. Now, with this saw, it says to use lubricant to cut down the processing time, which totally do that, but I don't have that set up right now to be brewed. Oh, it does give us 1 lubricant cell. That's nice. However, we're just going to go ahead and leave that as it is. Now, to make this laser engraver, looks like we don't need any special parts for this, and I'm going to have to wait for some more aluminum on this end, because it looks like I've gotten 13 through. Still slowly moving along with that. I might actually be able to make last a lot longer now that it's doing that properly. But I believe it's this ruby lens. Oh, that's made on the lathe. I guess we needed it to be able to cut up these circuits once we make them. Which I still have yet to make those. Let's go ahead and look at this. So I need 3 circuits. Do I have those circuits? Yes, we got 3 there. We need 2 copper wires and 2 of these pistons. So the pistons are what's going to definitely be intensive, because each piston requires there's 1 ingot, 2 ingots, 3, 6 total for each piston. And then that one I need to make a flawless emerald. So I do need to go ahead and make myself a sifter, which I've not made before. So let's go ahead and actually make one of those instead. We need 6 steel ingots per one of those. Let's look up sifter. Sift. Oh, it's sifting. So we'll do that. We'll add that over here. We do need an item filter, so we will need to smelt up 2 more pieces of zinc. I need 2 of those. So that's going to be an additional 6, 12. Plus, now that we're making polyethylene, this is only 8. So it's 21, 2 pieces of steel. We will need to do... Actually, this is only 5, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these can be made with iron to save a little bit on materials. So let's go ahead and do up a couple of tin. We'll just do like 16 wires there. We're gonna grab ourselves, so it's 5, needed 18 plus 2, so we're gonna do 20. Now 2 of those need to be gears, so we're gonna come over to my extruder here and swap out that for the small gear plate. So 2 of those go into gears. Two of them go into rods, and the rest go into plates. As for the motors, we do need 2 motors, and that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3 to make 2. We do need 4 for those. So this should be done. We'll go ahead and pop those out. Get those in. The wires are pretty close to being done. Get the plate mold in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Makes it a little faster for me to do it like that. Do like 16 of them. It's a lot faster to do it this way than to coat them in the machine. So we'll just do that. Now, those are done. 2 of those in here. You know, I don't know why I'm making more of these, because I totally batch crafted up 60 of these, or 64 of these. But I guess we'll make 2 more anyways, since we're already halfway through the process. That, pull those out, pull that out. So we need 3 each for each piston, and then we need an additional 2 each for the wafers. And then while we are waiting for that, we're gonna have to smelt up 4 more pieces of zinc to start putting into plates. While that's going on, we'll go over here. We'll go 8, put that in. Now, if we take this, 2 of these wires, we'll go ahead and go grab the sheets, cover those sheets, those wires with the sheets. This is my favorite part about using ethylene. So now, if I go grab me a small amount of ethylene, and plop it right into that spot, I no longer have to use an additional piece of steel, it's 3 additional pieces of metal. 1 being steel and 2 being, something else that I can't remember off the top of my head. So, now for that, I do believe we also are going to have to go find emeralds in the end, so we'll get the sifting machine done, and we will make the laser engraver another time, because it's going to take a while. Did have something over here. Copper wires, that's what it was. With that, I should be able to go ahead and make my 2 motors. With those 2 motors, we make my pistons. Right there. Oh, gotta go grab those small gears. Should be right there. Small gears. And then we're just missing 2 smaller circuits, and we need the item filters. Which totally forgot about those, so let's go ahead and run those through. So not in that chest, not in that chest. There they are. 2 of those. Sleep just to keep it a little bit brighter for you guys. And all those machines running off those solar boilers. And we gotta run these plates through one more time. There we go. Now to make the item things, I need olivine plates, which I know I made some of those too. Olivine. Is it olivine? 2 plates. There we go. Nope, those are steel plates. What am I thinking? Those are for the advanced ones, I believe, right? Yeah, the Ore Dictionary ones. Well, guess I didn't need to go find those. Go ahead and do this. Even those out. There we go. 2 item filters, and there we go, a sifting machine. I'll go ahead and place it right on top right there for now. And then, yeah, so to get the flawless emerald that I need for this, I am going to have to sift purified emerald ore. Which, to get the emerald ore, I do need to go find a beryllium vein in the nether. Which is something I know I have not found yet, so with all of that done, getting ourselves some polyethylene made so that we can make plastics, our very first plastics, and getting the sifter prepped to make our laser engraver, and our sawmill ready to cut up some silicone bundles. I think we're gonna have to call it here. We'll see you guys next time when I'm ready to make this laser engraver, get closer to the HV era. Bye!